second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Till I feel the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume, go.
I recognize your fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know your taste is a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis, with poetic justice, if I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs, dedicated to you, and you're in the mood for empathy, is blood in my pen, better yet with your friends and them, I really wanna know you all, I really wanna show you off. Pour up plenty of champagne, cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
so anxious just to feel that silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't busy waking up. Now you feel that I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So complex, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We ain't having it, that's all right. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We ain't having it, that's all right. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We ain't having it, that's all right. Take you there, take you there. Take you there, won't you? Fill me up till my cup's overflowing. I'm so anxious just to feel that silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't busy waking up. Now you feel that I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So complex, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We ain't having it, that's all right. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We ain't having it, that's all right. Take you there, take you there. Take you there. Can you please be done? Can you just be nothing to me? I want you to give to me, yeah. Can you please be done? Can you just be nothing to me? I want you to give to me,
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the booth. I'm talking about dark blue, purple, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
It's overboard now.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. I guess I'm doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want?
My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna love her, she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, get alone, maybe. In the meantime,
It's not going what I want.
it's some me time.
Hope you doing what you want.
By the beach like Odell. No, but mom, my killers don't tell. Shadow my mom, cause I knew you off the shelf. Now my bitch is to Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna call you and get alone, maybe. In the meantime,
It's not going what I want.
it's some me time.
Hope you doing what you want. Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want.
In the meantime,
It's not doing what I want.
it's some me time.
You doing what you want.
In the meantime,
It's not doing what I want.
it's some me time.
You doing what you want.
Maybe I'll love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
In your rhythm on
but I need you now. Yeah, I find you, I give you all you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Tell me that the yes. I try to keep you, and I need some lessons. I need to give it up. I try to live, but I can't. I don't know why I got the one. Drop me out of my mind. Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Then I need a mess of my mind. And I mean if you get free up in mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say now my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, our love no be like. We are reading together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave you go by. Yeah, if you leave I go. Love me your body, baby. Love me your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Love me your body, baby. Girl, you want it to me. I just wanna let you know. Oh, baby, day. Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body, baby. Have me straight. No one, yeah, no one, straight. After the morning, my walk is up on your loving. I just wanna get you beside me. Give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all you, give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all. Make I give you all you need, every touch you need, give you all. Make I give you all you need, baby. Yeah. Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. Yeah. You don't need no other body. Girl, I want you there. Yeah, I want you there. I need your love. Oh, oh, yeah. I need your I no day. Oh, 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 oh. Baby, love, I know you right. Oh, oh, yeah.
Hotel shining stars, big dip. Get a lot of hashtag gang in the city.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Thank y'all for joining. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all being here. I do. I do. Hey, Fun Bear. Hey, Miss B. Thank y'all for joining. Hit that like button on the way in. Hey, Lady Marie. Hey, Boss. Hey, Natasha. Um, hey, Kay. What's that? Twisted Sprout Banks. Hello. Uh, as far as I can go, y'all. So listen, y'all, come on in, come on in. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. We're gonna talk today about this McDonald's murder. McDonald's murder at McDonald's, and I know it's been about a week. I think it's been about a week. Let me pull up, and y'all know I'm already going through with the technology and things of that nature. Just like every time I take a couple of days, my technology takes a couple of days and don't want to come back. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me because I had to change my setup. So I want y'all to let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. All right, let's see. And y'all know I always, whenever I start a case, I always go to my trusty crime and justice. Thank y'all. I appreciate the ones. My trusty crime and justice, because you know, if it's out there and it's in the news and there's anything we're talking about, crime and justice has a video on it. So I like to start off with videos from crime and justice to introduce to y'all what's going on. But I'm sure most of y'all know what's going on with this situation. If anybody's behind on it, it's me. It is me. I'm sure y'all are caught up on it. But this is sidebar. Now the only thing with sidebar is they do more talking than they do well, we're gonna listen to them. And then I got some other couple of other videos that we're gonna get into as well. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for your girl. Thanks for joining. Support the channel, hit the cash app, super chat, super sticker. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me put my trusty and let's pray. Let's pray that this video plays for me. Okay. Happy is it Tuesday, y'all? Yeah, Tuesday. Mental illness. So Fun Bear, I don't know, you probably working, so you probably can't come up. But listen, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I have not. I'm just jumping into this case because I had another case that I wanted to start today that had I already did my research on, had I already got my clips and everything, and I was gonna talk about something else actually. But what had happened was I checked my email, which I saw some emails from a couple of y'all. I'm gonna write y'all back today when I get off live. But because I just checked it this morning and I was multitasking, y'all. I apologize. But shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Um, I checked my email because I was looking for something, right? And I saw so many emails that I had missed. Well, actually not missed. I hadn't been in my emails about this story. And I did not realize it. Now I've seen the story. I've seen the story, but I told y'all, like I've been trying not to, even though I need to be on YouTube in order to do my job. I try to stay on YouTube as much as I can. I honestly don't like to stroll. And yesterday, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I didn't stroll YouTube yesterday until late last night, and all I saw was Theo. And I put my phone down. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's like you couldn't stroll without seeing Theo. We're gonna talk about him later on today. Prayers up for his family. But yeah, I had to stop. But anywho, long story short, I had a plethora of emails about people wanting me to talk about this story over here on the Crime and Justice. So we're here, and I'm going to be catching up, learning, and listening, and everything with you all when it comes to this story because I couldn't catch up on it in time, but I wanted to go ahead and start it. So we're gonna start it today, and of course, I continue to do my research, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So with that being said, let me get into this crime and justice video, and hopefully it'll play, y'all. Let's pray. Right, Fun Baby Girl. I had to stop. I had to come up off of YouTube. It was and I say Theo, but we all know who I'm talking about. Malcolm Jamal Warner with his, we know that man in real life, but we can only imagine that he was a wonderful man. Being as though he was a whole child star, and we never heard a scandal or bad thing or nothing with that man. But like I said, we're gonna talk about that on the other channel later on. So let's see if this is going to play. Let's get into the content for today. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining. I appreciate your support of this channel. Hit that like button, support the channel. And yeah, let's go. Thank y'all for being here.
Somebody got to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
Instagram rant. And now that video is at the center of a murder case that prosecutors say was premeditated and hauntingly foreshadowed. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, just 2 days before she allegedly stabbed her manager to death, Afeni Muhammad posted this furious Instagram video seething about being sent home early for the second day in a row.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. Gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully.
And that was followed by what could be perceived as a foreboding warning.
She could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all.
By Thursday, July 10th, 2025, those words became a horrifying reality because the 26-year-old is now accused of ambushing her manager, 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, at the 9 Mile Road McDonald's in Detroit, stabbing her up to 15 times with a kitchen knife in a brutal attack that prosecutors are saying is a premeditated murder. We're going to start from the top. We're going to take you through how all of this apparent violence unfolded. This was just before 8 a.m. on July 10th. Jennifer Harris, this longtime manager at the East Point McDonald's, sent Afeni Muhammad home early following this heated argument that detectives say was sparked by Muhammad not performing her work duties. Now, Muhammad did go home, but not before reportedly saying to Harris, "I'll be back." And apparently she wasn't lying, because after being dismissed, police say they allege that Muhammad drove to a nearby park, but instead of cooling off, kitchen knife from her car, Muhammad returned to the quick service chain, but this time prosecutors say she wore a hooded mask over her face to conceal her identity, slipped through the back employee entrance, and what happened next, according to prosecutors, was nothing short of savage. Muhammad allegedly co-workers scrambled to help Harris, but the damage was too severe. She was rushed to a hospital, and sadly, she later succumbed to her injuries. Such a sad case, such a disturbing case, and this is one that we definitely wanted to shed light on and bring to you. And I will tell you, one of the reasons that we can do this is because of the amazing support that we get from our sponsors like Upside. Now, if you don't know what it is, Upside is great. It is a free app that gets you cash back when you buy daily essentials. So I pump my gas, I can use Upside. Go out to lunch, I can use Upside. Maybe I get something at a convenience store, I can use Upside. And why not get cash back when I do all these things, right? This is real cash back. It's money that appears in your Upside app that you transfer right into your bank account. So once you have the free Upside app, you claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. You pay as usual using a debit or credit card. You follow the steps on the app, you get paid. So to find out how much you can earn, click the link in the description to download Upside or scan the QR code on the screen, and make sure to use our promo code SIDEBAR because you get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. I want to bring in right now Eric Faddis, criminal defense attorney, friend of the show. Eric, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming back here on Sidebar. Eric, first of all, what is your reaction to this progression of events? I mean, it's not every day that you have.
We love you, sweetheart, and we're still praying for you.
An Instagram post that allegedly is foreseeing what is about to happen. Now, we'll talk more about the Instagram post, but this is a savage attack, and the government feels confident they know who did it.
Just a horrific set of circumstances here. And really what the record kind of shows is a buildup, an escalation, things that are getting worse over time. This animosity is growing. Muhammad didn't do herself any favors with that Instagram video, and then later allegedly went into the store and just slaughtered Harris with a knife in the most brutal fashion.
Do you see work-related killings often? I mean, we talk about all the time about relationships and domestic violence, but do you see a lot of work-related violent attacks, homicides often in your line of work?
It's not terribly uncommon. The work environment can be a stressful environment. Sometimes you're working with somebody who's not your best buddy. And, over time, those tensions can build and become very problematic. People's livelihoods are on the line. It is, really a high stress environment that can lead to these kinds of events.
So now let's take a closer look at that pivotal piece of evidence in this case, the Instagram video posted to Afeni Muhammad's account just 2 days before the stabbing on July 8th. And in it, Muhammad appears visibly upset, venting about a workplace conflict.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early. It's not funny.
Now, Muhammad continues, directly accusing her super toxic environment and retaliating against her.
She brings a lot of negative energy in there. You know, nobody's perfect. It's God knows it happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused, so it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she only make mistakes. I be catching her.
Now, the video ends with what might be proven to be chilling foreshadowing of what was to come.
Somebody wants to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, you know,
I wonder if the defense is going to say she was angry, she was venting on social media. If she was really planning to kill her manager, why would she post something like this for the world to see? I mean, that doesn't seem too brilliant.
Sometimes criminals don't make the smartest choices. This is especially with the
That ain't gonna fly. That's not gonna fly. The thing about it is, if that's the case, that's why she's charged with premeditated, because the woman left. She left. She ranted. She thought about what she was gonna do, and she went back. I mean, being angry does not. If being angry gave people a reason or an excuse to unalive somebody, a lot more people will be unalive. Let's just be clear. But nah, that's not gonna work. So if she is Funberry, you must have seen some stuff. Y'all already know how it goes, right? So with me saying this case is new to me, I have not researched it like I normally do my cases. If you have seen anything, read anything, viewed anything that Truth does not know about or have, and you want me to check it out, please email me. Do I have my banner up, y'all? I doubt it. Boss said if she was in a toxic work environment, why didn't she report it to upper management? Exactly. That woman had children and kids left without a mother. Absolutely. Okay, fine. I will, darling. Absolutely, because you seem to know. Let's see. I miss you too, Miss B. I miss you too. She does, boss. She does. And people are saying, just like Fun, that it was some type of mental illness. She did it before. She did it before to who? Ebooks, and did the person survived, or was she? I'm gonna have to look that up. If you seen anything talking about that, Ebooks, send it to me. Y'all send me everything you have that you think I should, because I don't know. I'm telling y'all, I'm only doing this case because I got so many requests to talk about it, and I just saw it this morning. Like, I just saw the request to talk about this case this morning, so I just dived right on in. So I'm gonna need y'all to help me out on this one. All right, so Fonberry wanted the link. Let me put my banner up so y'all can have the email, which most of y'all know my email. But yeah, she has a history. Oh, she has a history. Okay. Try not to put stab in Miss B. Take that comment out. I get what you're saying. But try to take that comment out for me. She has a history of using knives. My boyfriend. I'll look for the article. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ebro. All right, I think I got the banner up, y'all. Or do I? Yeah. So the banner's up. My email address for anybody that don't have it, that wants me to that wants to send me anything. Okay. So we're gonna continue to listen until Fineberry comes up. All right. No problem, Miss B. You okay? You good? It's just some words, some words you put in the chat, it triggers YouTube and the algorithm and the bots and the people that's watching. It kind of triggers it, and it'll flag my. Well, I'm not gonna say flag, but yeah, it's not good to have no type of words in the chat. That's all. But you good? You okay? All right, y'all. We're gonna continue to listen until Fawn comes up.
quasi-public life now, who's on social media. These things come out, and people don't really think much of it. And so, she's on there venting, but clearly there is some hostility against Harris that is coming through, and where she says she can keep being a bully if she wants to, but that's going to catch up with her. That the prosecution is going to say is premeditation. That's exhibit 1.
One thing we haven't talked about yet.
Oh,
There's actually
thank
a
you,
lot we
Ms.
have to talk
Lynn. I
about. One thing we haven't talked
appreciate
about
it.
yet is that
I really do appreciate it. It was hard, but it was good. It was good. It was fun. It was more happy than sad, and because we tried not to do that. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you know. But yeah, it was good, and thank you. You ain't see the link? Oh, I forgot I'm in the vertical app. Fun, give me a minute, baby. Let me share the history. Give me a minute, Fun Bear. I gotta put it on the community wall. Give me a second, boo. And usually when I go on the vertical app, I try to do it. I try to put the link on the vertical app. I mean on the community wall before I start. But today, it was hard, y'all. It was kind of hard to come back, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. And then, like I said, this caught me off guard because I had my stuff ready for my other case, but it's okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. B. I appreciate the prayers. I absolutely felt the prayers, and I also, a lot of y'all reached out, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna talk about that later. Let's see. All right, Fun Bear. I mean, keep it cute. You won't kill me, girl. All right. Let's see. Let me pull up StreamYard and get this link and post it on my community wall. Okay, y'all give me just a second. I don't know why I ain't think to keep playing the video, y'all. I'm gonna keep playing the video while I make this post. Oh no.
amid
Okay,
the
hold on.
horror of what unfolded, commotion inside, happened to be legally carrying a firearm. Acting quickly, he fired a warning shot, which caused Muhammad, or allegedly Muhammad, to drop the knife, flee the restaurant. The customer then followed her, held her apparently at their bloodshed. Eric, if this is all true, my gosh, right? I mean, you have to wonder what could have escalated.
Oh gosh, you have someone who is capable and willing to just go stab their manager up to 15 times with a kitchen knife. What else is she capable of? She was in a escalated state at that point, heightened emotions. Who knows what else she would have done had she gotten away and spared future bloodshed potentially.
So then you go to Friday, July 11th, and Muhammad stood before Judge Kathleen Galen, charged with first-degree murder and carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent. And during her arraignment, East Point detective Brian Showers took the stand to read what's known as a swear-to, which is our understanding this is a sworn statement outlining the facts that he believes establish probable cause for Afeni Muhammad's arrest and justify the warrant that was issued against her. And he began by recounting a critical admission or alleged admission that Muhammad made following her arrest.
Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. Then Muhammad concealed her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
So after Detective Showers' testimony, the arraignment proceeded in typical fashion, with both sides arguing over bond. And Muhammad's defense attorney, asking the court,
relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual seconds.
I'm gonna drop it down because it's skipping, and hopefully when I bring it back, it won't.
Stems from.
Not too bad, but it's enough to irritate me. So I'm gonna drop it.
We are asking the court.
Keep it cute. I put the link on my community wall, baby. I'm gonna drop it and bring it back. Thank you again, E. Brooks. She came to the wrong state, mandatory life sentence. So she's not originally from Detroit. I'm gonna know all this when we come back, y'all, because I'm gonna do my research.
that my client can meet so that she can meet with her attorneys and prepare her for defense in this matter.
That were present. She produced a weapon that was a knife longer than 3 inches, and she stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times, eventually causing her death. She then ran from the building to her vehicle, presumably with the intent to flee from the scene. She was stopped by a
Oh God, I can't hear it. Hold on. Hi, keep it cute.
Good morning. Well, good afternoon.
Yeah, it's still morning for me. E. Brooks said, not sure what you said. My app did something, but that's what our news is reporting about the sentencing. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, girl. So you've been following this? Thank God.
S- Most part, I've been watching. I got a lot out of Carlos King's
Yeah,
commentary
you
on
know
it.
I got him on the roster, girl.
Hmm. Yeah, but this chick, she's dealing with mental illness, and she has a violent past also. So this ain't her first incident.
Let me tell you something about McDonald's. Let me tell you something about McDonald's, and this I know for sure in real life. McDonald's don't do no background check for real, for real. And McDonald's now I can't say all because um a lot McDonald's are owned by different like people, right? So even though
Hmm.
McDonald's, you have like private owners or individual owners or whatever. But I'm just saying, like from my real life experience, knowing things, McDonald's don't do like background checks. They don't even drug test. Well, the ones here don't even drug test. So it's like I'm thinking to myself, somebody put E. Brooks sent me an article where she had a I mean March 2022 she had a charge, same thing, a stabbing incident. So that means she has a record,
Hmm.
right? So I'm thinking to myself like, how was she able to get this job? But of course, me knowing McDonald's they don't require a whole lot to be an employee. That's all I'm gonna say to that. They don't. So go ahead. What else you know about what we got going on, child?
Damn, they don't do a background check, even a slight background check.
I
Damn.
don't think I don't think they do a background check. I don't think now mind you, my daughter, Faith, my youngest daughter, McDonald's was her first job. She was 17. She was 16 going on 17, I think. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think she was 16 going on she definitely wasn't 17 going on 18. And she worked at McDonald's for the summer. And when I tell you, I mean, it's like, of course, she was young, so of course, it wasn't too shocking to me that they didn't do a background. She had no background anyway, but they don't do no drug tests. They don't do none of that.
Mm.
Like, they don't do none of that.
Well, a lot of jobs don't do drug tests or whatever because it's costing the company to give those drug tests.
Right, right, right.
Anyway, yeah, she and for her to tell her I'll be back. Yeah, you kind of playing that out, sis.
Mm-mm. From the little bit I know, not only did that happen, she told the woman she'd be back. She left, and she got a mask. She had a whole mask, and she had to go. I don't know if the knife was already in her car, or she went to go get the knife. I mean, this just
I
reeks of
think
premeditation.
it was already in her car. But you put on a mask, like everybody there that you work with would know who you were. That
You
was
know,
weird.
it's people. It's as far as us, when we know somebody, we know somebody. You can have on a mask. You can have
Come on
on
now.
a hazmat suit, but if we know you, we know you. Especially if you speak. So it's just you look good.
Yeah, we already learned how to identify people with masks on. Did we not just go through a pandemic and we all was wearing masks? Come on now.
Exactly. That's a good point. Exactly. Oh, she already had the knife and be okay. Well, let me list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get through this because I really want to get into. I got Carlos's video and I also got a video from Black Girl Unlost. If y'all ever heard of that channel, I love them too as well. So and I got I plan on these lives being like 2 hours. So she didn't have a mask. I read something where I just heard this guy
Yeah,
say
no, she was like not a mask, like wow, like
she tried to hide her face. Let's just put it like that.
girl, did you see her eyes? And then you wear glasses. Okay, you know what?
Right, right. All right, let's listen to them. I should have did the Carlos first, but that's okay. That's okay.
Two primary factors are whether the defendant presents a danger to society and whether she never come back. However, the judge can surely consider the fact that the defendant is presumed innocent and under the Constitution is guaranteed a right to bail for most
Send it to
charges.
me, Ebro.
Here, the
Send
judge,
it to
in
me,
looking at it,
please.
essentially concluded that, hey, this person issue in her background. And so the judge ultimately
I don't know
imposed a
why
bond
it's
of
breaking it
$25
down.
million cash or surety. No chance Mohammed is going to meet that. She will be in custody during the pendency of this first-degree murder case.
Yeah, you're right, because then came an even more disturbing revelation. Prosecutors disclosed in open court that Mohammed had a previous incident involving a stabbing.
And then finally, the defendant does have a prior
Thank you.
instance of at least one that I'm aware of. And given the fact that this court does have authority to give no bond to defendants charged with murder, I am asking at this time for no bond in this case.
Okay, so 22 of one count of unlawful injury by stabbing, wounding, or cutting without malicious intent. And at that time, she received a suspended sentence per Detroit News of 4 years in prison and served 1 year of probation instead. Now, Eric, given what she is accused of doing here, hindsight's 2020, but do you question that sentence? And also, how does that prior incident affect her current legal predicament?
Very much
Sure.
so.
So the judge in the prior case, of course, didn't have a crystal ball, couldn't necessarily foresee Mohammed going in and stabbing up her coworker up to 15 times. That being said,
it dropped. Let me bring it back up, y'all. Might have to do the audio, but I hope not. All right, let's see. There we go.
specific weapon, a blade that Mohammed allegedly thrust into the body of Harris, her manager. And so that's an aggravating factor. Surely the prosecution is going to look at that and say, hey, even if there was some mitigation, even if there was allegedly poses to the community. And I think the prosecution's going to take a real heavy-handed approach to this case.
But at trial, can they introduce that prior conviction, or is there a prior bad act that wouldn't be allowed to be too prejudicial?
That'll be ultimately up to the judge. The judge will have to weigh, hey, is this prior act relevant to some kind of trait or factor on behalf of the defendant, like state of mind, like intent, like modus operandi, like the way in which she has committed crimes before. But my guess is the judge is going to say, hey, state is just too overly prejudicial. The concern is that the jury would sort of hold that against her and find guilt on the new case because of that.
If she testifies, though, they can use it against her.
Absolutely.
If she testifies, it could surely come up. There is a reasonable likelihood that she could open through her testimony. If she gets up there and says, hey, look, I'm generally a peaceful person, whatever, the prosecution can say, hey, wait a sec, peaceful person. What about this prior weapons charge involving a knife from 2 to 3 years ago? So yes, that could be a damning revelation.
Don't get in trouble. Thank you, boo.
In the end, the judge, her conditions, GPS monitoring, a no contact order with the victim's family. That all makes sense. $25 million, though. Why not just issue no bond? I mean, it seems unlikely, unless you're, I don't know, Jeff Bezos, then almost anyone could make a $25 million bond. Why even set a bond that high and just say no bond?
It's kind of going through the motions of issuing a bond without really issuing a bond. When a judge issues no bond, some folks get up in arms, especially the defense community, saying, hey, the Constitution grants a right to reasonable bail. You're not even giving this person a shot. So the judge sort of sidesteps that potential criticism by saying, no, I gave a bond, but it's $25 million.
By the way, I'm not saying that the bond should be lowered. I mean, given what she is accused of doing, this is a heinous attack. I'm just wondering whether there should be no bond. Now, according to court records, talking about the legal case, Muhammad has a probable cause conference set for July 23rd. A preliminary examination on the 30th. What should we be looking out for there?
So at those proceedings, the prosecution is really going to lay out their evidence that they believe shows probable cause that Muhammad committed this allegedly horrendous act. That they will likely call witnesses, including detectives, possibly even coworkers from the McDonald's, to discuss kind of the dispute that had been building and escalating. In this case, the judge will determine whether there's probable cause to have the trial, or excuse me, to make sure the charge stands and have the case proceed to trial. Based on the reports so far, it's looking pretty strong that there is probable cause here. It's a relatively low standard.
Is there anything the defense can do to try to, I mean, it doesn't seem to me they can do anything to prevent this from going forward. The evidence feels quite substantial at this stage to proceed to trial. We can have a discussion about whether or not it's strong enough to prove beyond the reasonable doubt. Probably is. But at this point, is there anything they can do to try to get this case stopped now or no?
Stopped? Probably not. Mitigated? Possibly. Defense should really engage in a strong mitigation campaign that'll likely involve a mental health examination. It'll likely involve interviewing people in Muhammad's life regarding past trauma, regarding substance issues, that kind of thing, to show sort of a more holistic view of who Muhammad is and not just, the sort of narrow shot we see from this allegedly heinous act.
Is there room for a plea deal, and what would a plea look like? I mean, in the sense, if we make the argument that the evidence against her is substantial, so whether, the witness testimony or her alleged statements, what have you, her Instagram video, what have you, the physical evidence, is there room to negotiate a plea, and what would it look like given these allegations and this level of attack?
So that's going to depend in part on the prosecutor or not. Like you mentioned, there's that aggravating factor of that prior instance regarding a knife in a different state. That's going to be a problem. That being said, there's almost always some room to develop a mitigation packet on behalf of defense, submit it to the prosecutor and say, hey, instead of dragging everybody's families through the trauma and crucible of a trial, how about we agree on something slightly lesser than what she's facing and hopefully make it out of this with some sort of satisfactory resolution.
We always talk so much about the defendant in these cases because of the legal consequences in the legal case, but let's just go back to the victim. So Harris's family is in mourning. The McDonald's remains closed. A GoFundMe has been launched by Harris's family to help support her children. And according to prosecutors, she was a mother of 6. She had worked at that McDonald's for 15 years. Part of the GoFundMe reads, through this fund, Jennifer's legacy of strength, compassion, and dedication will continue to guide and uplift her children. Resources from the trust will be used to support their educational journeys from early learning through higher education, as well as their overall well-being and personal development as they grow into adulthood. The Jennifer Harris Legacy Fund is a reflection of her lifelong commitment to family, opportunity, and the belief in a bright future. It ensures that her children are surrounded by the care, guidance, and support they need to thrive, and that her spirit will continue to shape their lives for years to come. Eric, sometimes we get lost in the fact of the legal points and the legal case, that you think about the family that's left behind in such a brutal attack. And for them to make sense of this in a way, it's a start of a whole new journey. They have to grapple with this loss, and now they have to go through the legal case, which can be quite difficult for them, particularly if the defense is going to be raising certain points of defense that obviously they may not agree with, and that might be difficult for them. What should they be thinking moving forward now?
Yeah, they are going to have a long road here. I watched one of the interviews with one of the children, and she said, "Hey, my mom died providing for her kids, going to work every day, trying to make a better life for them." These victims' families are going to have some say in the legal process. They're going to have some input into whether there's a plea or not. Now, the defense has sort of cast Ms. Harris as a bully, and I think that there's probably going to be more of that. There's probably going to be more allegations that the alleged victim was, a heavy-handed boss and mistreated her employees, whether that's true or not. And so it's going to be painful and probably unsatisfying at the end. Nothing through the legal process will bring their mother back.
Eric Faddis, thank you so much for taking the time. Difficult case, but always appreciate your insight. Thank you so much.
Good to be with you, Jesse.
All right, everybody, that's all we have for you right now here on.
All right, so that's it on that. Before we welcome D, hey D,
Sidebar, thank you.
Let me say this before I forget to tell y'all. So on tomorrow when we come back, I probably won't get into it today, but I have another video, keep it cute, that she used to work at a Taco Bell. Have you seen that?
No,
And
I haven't seen the Taco Bell one.
Well, one of the people that she worked with, excuse me, one of the employees that she worked with at Taco Bell has made a YouTube video. I don't know if it's somebody. I don't know whose channel it is. I have to go look at the channel, but she went live apparently and talked about this woman and her history at the Taco Bell. I mean, she got a history. Good. She got a history. Hey, D. True.
That woman looks crazy.
Everybody say she looks crazy.
Go look at her raps.
I seen those.
She has Instagram raps. You could tell that she ain't rapped too tight. Okay, and the fact. Can
you do me a favor? Have you been on her Instagram?
I saw the links to it when I was, because I sent you a couple of articles that people have put, which has a bunch of interviews. One of them has a bunch of interviews.
Well, can you send me that link, that Instagram link, please?
Yeah. Okay. I'll get it right now.
Thank you. But go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm just saying you could tell by her and first off, let me tell you, right now the defense is just stalling with enough time to get the prosecutor to just give them anything. Lay something on the table so we can put this to rest. And now things are surfacing about the way her father treated her. He was a strict Muslim. He kept her locked up in the house, and this is her first time for freedom. But it's a whole. But so they're leaning towards, yeah, she's crazy. She's been crazy, but that still doesn't say you could do this. And what they're going to point at,
if she's diagnosed, because that makes a big difference if she's actually diagnosed.
Now remember something. Strict Muslims don't really go to the doctors that much. They're definitely not going to let her be examined for mental illness. Now, I don't know how she was in school. I have to kind of look a little more into that to see if there were signs of this during her school days. I don't know, but what the prosecutor is going to say is you had enough the wherewithal to go to work, to function. You also had enough wherewithal to not react when these things were happening. You made a plan to execute this plan against this woman. So you're not as crazy as you're saying, because if you were crazy, you'd have just went off right there. Probably
right there. That's what I'm saying. When people want to say, "Yeah, she may be crazy, but this is definitely premeditated." She left. She left. She already had the knife when she left, so she left. She ranted, and she came back. She had to think about what she was gonna do. She walked into that restaurant with the knife.
Yes. Well,
and she tried to hide her face, and she went through an employee interest, which she knew what she was doing.
Now, Boss just said, is it possible possibly legally that the family can sue
They
McDonald's?
probably can sue McDonald's, but let me tell you, McDonald's. I mean, I will say this: McDonald's stepped up and paid for her funeral.
Well,
Mhm.
here's the thing about that
But
is
how can they sue McDonald's?
they
I mean,
can't. They unless the manager was reaching out to McDonald's to fire her, or if there's some kind of police report and they allowed the woman to continue to work there, that's the only way McDonald's would be liable, is if they didn't do something that they knew about. If no one said anything that this woman is a threat, or this woman possibly could be a threat to McDonald's to do something, how can you hold them liable?
well, I don't think this woman getting out no time soon, considering she
No.
has a track record.
Her
This is not
bond,
her
her
first
bond is
offense.
25 million.
And that they're going to argue that, and every good defense lawyer is going to add, because again, the probable cause is going to come up, and at the end of the probable cause, he's going to bring up the bond hearing, like, hey, Your Honor, this is ridiculous. My client, my client can't afford this. You have put it
Clown,
completely.
she has a history. This is not her first offense.
Okay, but is it her first violent offense?
Yes. No, it's not. She has an actual, and I'm surprised you don't know this, charge for doing it to a boyfriend. This same thing. Stabbing.
Domestic.
Did you see the video when she was going off? She was screaming, "Leave me alone! I don't want to have sex." No.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
she's crazy.
She's a nutcase, and pretty much that's the defense that they have to go with. That she's mentally unstable. She's been like this most of her life. She isn't responsible. Blah blah blah. That's the ground you have to go on. Not responsible due to mental defect. Okay, which isn't getting you off. It's sending you to a different place or a different section in the prison. That's all it does now, because now prisons have mental wards in them, so that we don't have to have insane asylums and stuff. Because, if you think about it, we really don't have insane asylums anymore. They're in the prisons. That's the only defense.
That's why we got these crazy people running around here, because they closed them places.
But not only in the prisons, the clown, in the workforce, in the workplace.
In the workplace, what?
Mentally ill people.
Yes, they're everywhere. They're not going to be, because again, due to cuts within the system, we don't have enough money to take care of all these people. That's why when homeless hobos show up at the hospital because they need a bed to sleep in, because they don't want to sleep on the park bench, it actually hurts the system, because people that could really use that bed don't have it. So when people that weren't really that mentally ill were abusing the system by showing up in there, you're hurting the system that could take care of people that really need it. And they said it in the 1980s, early 90s, they started releasing these people because insurance companies and the government did not want to pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
You think those people want to sleep in a tent on the street? And most of them, and you want to know something? I'd say about 30% of them are not drug addicts. They're not. They're mentally ill. With the right prescriptions, they wouldn't be out there. They would function correctly. But they can't afford that.
I miss Monica.
And they know that.
Miss Monica.
All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Let me go look for that.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna listen to Mr. Carlos. Can I get a mind and Ebooks, if you're here, or whoever, drop Law and Crimes link. I forgot to drop their link, and also drop Carlos's link. Carlos King, drop his link in the chat for me. We're about to listen to his take on it. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Support the channel. Hit the Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker, all those nice things. So that being said, thank y'all for being here. Let's listen to Mr. Carlos. Look at y'all.
At work.
Thank you, Keep Cute.
Literally physically stopped doing a lot of times.
My name kept getting called, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me.
Evening, the McDonald's location at 9 Mile and Schroeder Avenue in East Point was packed as dozens paid
Come on, stop
tribute to
skipping.
Jennifer
All right, y'all.
Jammer
Let me stop it.
Harris.
No, I
She
can't do
just
the
loved
skipping.
everybody. She didn't have no problem with nobody and stuff. And she
I just,
she
that,
was there for
what was
everybody
that
who
I
needed
just
help.
saw with her
Harris, a
screaming?
mother
Is that what y'all?
That's the video I
and a
was
manager at the McDonald's.
telling you about.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What in the world?
That's the video I was telling you about.
Was she live speaking to somebody or what was she doing?
I think she was live and then she was talking to her boyfriend or somebody because she kept saying, I don't want to have sex with you. Leave me alone. Stop talking. She went berserk. I said, something wrong with her.
Does she have any family that could have got her some help? I mean, come on now, bro. Like, oh my God. We got
Yeah.
it. Okay, we're gonna get into this with y'all. It's not funny. It's really not
It's
because
not.
when
But just
somebody is
looking at
acting
her,
like this, you gotta think, has they ever gotten help? Has anybody ever tried to get them help?
it had to start in her childhood. You had to notice something then.
Yes. This is, and if she's hearing things, I don't know, like he said something about her hearing things, that could be schizophrenia.
I
I
don't know.
don't know. We're gonna listen.
Schizo, bipolarism. I don't know. It's something.
Hmm.
There's some wires loose.
Absolutely.
Authorities say Harris and an employee, 26-year-old Afeni Muhammad, allegedly had a dispute, which led to Muhammad being sent home. Muhammad is accused of then returning to the restaurant.
YouTube fam, I'm back again with another video right now. Listen, I know a couple of y'all have already seen the updates on this young lady, and a lot of y'all haven't. And if you have seen it, you want to hear what I got to say about it and things like that, or see what I'm bringing to the table about this situation. So we're going to get into the whole thing that's going on right now. So if you don't know, she has been, granted a $25 million bond, which we know she would not be making. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a young lady who took out a mother of 6 at McDonald's for allegedly bullying her on the job on multiple occasions. Now, if that is true or not, we really just don't know. But everybody is siding with this young lady. I can't say everybody, but a lot of people are siding with the young lady who took the mother of 6 children's life, right? I
What?
feel like 6 children, like children's. Yeah, shit, man, damn. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about here. They're saying that through, which is true. And I'm just here to say I don't want to side with either parties because I don't know what the hell was going on inside of their workplace. Like I said before.
But they keep saying she was sitting home because now the article that I read said she was sitting home because she was not performing, low job performance, right? So, and then there was an altercation there was an argument because she was not doing something, and then the woman said something too, and they got into an argument, and she was sitting home, and I guess she was sitting home one day, then she was sitting home another. But this is the thing, that's not bullying. That's doing your job. Like if she's the manager, and like I said, I gotta research more. Y'all have seen more than I have. If the woman is on her job and she's not performing up to par, and the woman says something to her, and they get into a verbal altercation, the any job gonna send you home. You don't sit there and argue with your manager. So being sent home because for one, you're not doing your job, and for two, you're being disrespectful, that's not bullying. I got to get into this more to see some bullying. I don't see bullying right now. I see that woman doing her job.
Well, all they have to do basically is interview the other employees.
Absolutely. And this is the thing. You don't stay at nobody's job for 15 years and be a manager and not and be a bully. I mean, you just don't because hold on, y'all.
Right, because somebody's gonna foul on you. You get what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. There's steps to, even if you were getting bullied, there are steps you can take to report your manager. Your manager also has a boss. Your
And
manager's boss has a boss.
she's her boss.
You know, it's the chain of command. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can quit if you don't like something.
Well,
Find
you
another
can quit,
job.
yes, but that's easier said than done for some people. The truth, everybody just can't quit. That's why you go through the steps, the process. If you have an issue with your manager, your supervisor, or whomever, you go to their boss and you just keep going up the chain of command. And if you have a union, go to the union.
Yeah, I don't see a woman keeping her job. But now it's like, listen, it is not unusual for a manager or workers at McDonald's to be there for years. I'm talking about this something about McDonald's. I think my
Mm-hmm.
daughter, when she worked for them in high school for the summer, one of her managers had been there for like 20 years. She was an
Mm-hmm.
older lady, and I loved her. She took care of my baby. She did. Because that was her first job. She was young. She was the youngest one at the job. But you don't keep a job for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And you're a whole bully, or you're not doing your job correctly.
Yeah, because you will have a track record of bullying other people
Yeah,
within those
they're
15
not gonna
years.
keep you. Yeah,
Exactly.
15 years. Come on now.
Right. But Come
I just
Correct
don't
said
see
she
that.
acted the same way in her other jobs with other managers.
I told you I got the whole Taco Bell video we're gonna get into. The Taco Bell worker speaking out. Yeah, we're gonna get into that too. All right, so let's listen to some more Carlos.
When really in actuality, if you're in a work setting, then you know they have to do their job because they don't want to lose their job. You feel what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is they may have to address you a couple of times or say something in a certain way that you might not feel is the best way to say it. You know, in
Uh
leadership
oh.
position. So I really just don't know. They're saying that she is mentally, unstable, which we all can see and we can tell. And I have more videos about her, what I'm saying, showing her mental state and things like that in different videos around the same time before she took her life. And she was saying that she was being touched while being addressed at the job. I don't know how true that is, but if that's the case, you can't be running around touching on people and shit. Because I know if we're here to do a job, you can talk to me, but don't touch me. You feel me? But she is, granted a $25 million bond. And I just want to say, man, it's just hard to say what really took place in these type of situations because the employees there are not saying.
Come on. Hold on, yeah. Hey, Mercy and Grace. I don't think I spoke to you, sweetie.
You know, to back her story, the bullying story, she's going to have to get at least one other employee to say that they were being bullied by that woman also.
And
At
then if
least
you and
one.
then too, even in that situation, keep it cute. If she was being bullied, and I think you or some one of y'all mentioned it. Even in that type situation, there's a chain of command.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chain of command that you follow if you feel like your manager is bullying you or harassing you,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I'm saying, playing favoritism, all of that. There's
Yeah.
a chain of command. I mean, you have to take it's certain steps that you have to take, even if you decide at some point you're gonna sue your job for some
Mm-hmm.
type of harassment. There's a chain of command. There is a paper trail that that you're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
follow. You know what I'm saying? In
Right.
situations like this, like you just don't do what she did.
And
Period.
then if you go through all those steps and the outcome is not to your satisfaction, then maybe it is time for you to move on. But
Absolutely.
taking someone's life is not justifiable for me.
There's a
At
McDonald's.
all.
There's a McDonald's every 12 feet. She could have just went to another McDonald's.
Well, it seemed
Exactly.
like
Even
fast
Private
food was
on
her
McDonald's still have
forte.
corporate. Yeah, they all have corporate rules, Miss B. They all have them. And in
Mm-hmm.
any job, I don't care. Even if you work at a gas station, there's a chain of command. There is ways that you handle situations when you feel as though that your manager or your supervisor is not doing their job correctly. There's a chain of command in any job.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's listen. Hopefully it'll play, y'all. Did I bring it back up? I'm gonna have to do the audio because I'm getting irritated. I thought I brought it back up. But see, on these cases, the audio don't do it any justice. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Let's see. And that what she did, I'm sorry, it ain't gonna be. To be honest, they may try the mental thing or whatever. As far as I know, self defense cannot and will not be an option. I just don't see that at all. You know, you can
It's
cry
no
out.
excuse for what she did. Let's go with it. She was being bullied. Let's go with that. Okay.
Okay, we will
It
for a
still
minute.
doesn't justify your actions and what you did.
Mm-mm,
It's still, even if we go with, okay, she was being bullied, that still doesn't justify you leaving the situation and then you coming back to retaliate, because that's
mm-mm.
exactly what you did.
That's exactly what she did. She thought about what she was going to do. She had to get the knife. Did she have a knife on her when she left,
It
or
was
did
in
she
her
get it out of her
car.
car?
It was in her car, but you went live already upset, making yourself more upset talking about the situation, and then you went back. That's not gonna fly in the court. I'm sorry.
No,
That ain't gonna
absolutely
fly.
not. I don't know why this won't come back, y'all.
So whatever cell you in, put up a home sweet home sign and get comfortable. Cause baby, you got a long way to go. You 20 some years old.
She looked young.
I think they said she was like 26 or 27.
She's 26.
Did
Mm-hmm.
she have kids or anything? Did you? I don't know why this screenshot won't
No,
come
I
back
don't think
up.
she got kids. Thank God.
No,
Let me
She
take.
just
I'm
need to
gonna take it all the way
reproduce.
down.
I sent you a bunch of her TikTok videos, and she looked crazy on everyone.
See, that's where I saw a lot of that stuff is on TikTok. I love TikTok.
Y'all please. I'm gonna ban the word TikTok from my stuff. Y'all can't say TikTok because
Okay,
that's
I'm gonna
so.
do with React and Chat. Bot.
You said when I worked at Burger King, a manager was a booty grabber. They refused to do anything. We got together and sued. That's what you're supposed to do if you feel like you
Yep.
being violated. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. But even in doing that, y'all had to follow a chain of command. That's
Mm-hmm.
mandatory. I know that's mandatory. You don't just go out and fight someone. You ain't even supposed to be arguing with the lady. She wasn't even supposed to be arguing with that lady. That's why she was sent home. And especially if you weren't doing your job and the woman was doing her job by telling you you're not doing your job. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But she got a track record, so
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get
she ain't
into it.
got a case. Like I said, get comfortable in your cell, honey.
She is so young though, y'all.
Yes.
She look young, even though them wigs is killing it, and she look crazy. She still look very young.
Hmm.
She look very young.
I hope she ain't shacking up with Big Bertha.
Who the hell is Big? Wait a minute.
Big Bertha, the carpet muncher.
Be true. Do not get graphic because you know you will. Now you gotta add carpet muncher into it.
That's
My
why I
God.
couldn't go to jail. Mm-mm.
All right, y'all. I'm bringing it back up. I took the whole damn thing down to bring it back up. See if it'll work. I'm sick of it. This is just too much. This is so sad. That woman had 6 kids. 6. I gotta look up and see how old they were. I know one of the daughters. I think I saw speaking to the news.
That was hard. Ooh. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
She took that woman away from her kids.
yeah. That's not cool.
Mm-mm.
No excuse. That woman, your life was not in danger. There was no excuse for her to do what she did. There was no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I mean, even like you said, even if she was being bullied, there's ways to handle that too. Mm-mm. She had a little baby, Miss B. Girl, stop. Oh my God. Okay, y'all, hold on. See this stuff right here? This stuff right here. Where you at, Carlos? His name is not Carlos, it's Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
I always mispronounce it. Now the 6 kids have to go without a mother. Right, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna do the audio if it don't work this time, y'all. I just can't. I'll put up a visual and just do the audio. She been wanting to hurt that lady, built up anger and jealousy. You think so? Um, could be.
And then I think, and some people don't like to be told what to do.
Yeah, and those people should have their own job, their own
Yeah.
business.
And it's not you telling them what to do. It's like,
They don't like
do
to
your
listen
job.
to authority. They don't like authority.
Exactly.
That's it. And they need to have their own business so where they can be their own boss. Because if you don't have your own business, you got to work for somebody. That's crazy. She too young though. She was too young to.
Yeah, 26. You just starting to live your life. 26.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we working with here, y'all.
Hold on, I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. Still ain't coming up. I'm gonna do the audio. I can't do this. Where is my Hold on, y'all. You have to be 18 for fast food restaurant. Everybody. Yeah, I know. Everybody can't do it. Bluetooth and I tell people, oh, there it is, I think. And like I tell people too, everybody can't do customer service. You have to be a certain type of person to do customer service. You have to be a certain type of person to do the medical field, such as nurse, doctors, and all that. You have to be a certain. Everybody can't do customer service. Everybody can't do it. Everybody ain't qualified. Everybody don't have the personality. You just can't. Everybody can't do it. It just is what it is. All right, let's see if it's gonna play, y'all. If not, we're gonna do the Yeah, I'm gonna do the audio. We ain't got but what 30 more minutes, and I can't play with this thing. Let's see. The timestamp is there. 4:03. I think the Hold on. Is that the? He must have had more than one. Is that not the one I was on? Or maybe it was. Yeah, he did another one. So this is the first one Collins did. We listening to. He did another one. We're gonna listen to too as well. All right.
Feel me? But she is, granted a $25 million bond. And I just want to say, man, it's just hard to say what really took place in this type of situation because the employees there are not saying that she was being bullied and things like that. From what I've seen so far, and I've been looking all over the internet, I feel like that, video footage probably will be released because they're going to want to see exactly what the hell took place. But I do want to say this also. You can have mental issues and shit like that, but you can still know
Hey,
exactly what the hell
Boogie.
you are
Much
doing.
love. Good to see
And
you.
if you leave and come back to a place and do something to someone, that's premeditation.
Thank you, QQ.
So that means you knew what the hell you was doing. You had every possibility not to go back and do what you did, and you still did it. So And I feel like that when you're mentally unstable, they're gonna set your gun high. But 25 million lets you know that they're setting examples for something. So we're gonna get into all of that and see what the hell they got to say. I haven't watched the full arraignment in the courtroom, but I do have that video in here. But right now, we're going to watch some of the videos that she did before she ultimately took the young lady's life, the mother of six. Her name was Jennifer Harris, the one who lost her life. I also have people speaking as well about the topic that was close to the whole situation. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're close to her.
Wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically talked to him a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my body can get crushed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space, still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now. And you still continue to touch me.
Touch you?
That made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous.
See, the truth of the matter is, if the woman touched her, now let's be clear, like people are very territorial as far as getting up in their space, especially when you're arguing. But if the woman was in your space, she was touching you. To be honest, if you and that woman had a fought right then, it would be something totally different. If you felt threatened right then and there by that woman, you should have did what you was gonna do right then. Not saying you should have did anything at all, but what I'm saying is you would have a better argument of something like self-defense or anything of that nature, but you left. This woman left.
Because I know that I'm a great person. And I know I won't be tolerating that.
Now, with her saying that, if that is true, I can definitely understand a lot of animosity being built up, making me want to do something to your ass. You feel me? Because I already don't want to lose my job. And then I'm having to deal with this because if I don't deal with this, I'm not going to be able to provide a living for myself. And it's so hard to get a job these days to the point where people are taking whatever they can take just to live, right? And if she is being touched, somebody's coming into your personal space and shit like that, over time, especially having a mental issue, that will make you snap. So, that's
Now I don't know if the overtime thing exists. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna keep investigating this. But if this lady had a history of coming into this young woman's space, touching her, and stuff like that, and then sending her home. But see, I only know of 2 instances, right? For right now. But I don't even know if the whole touching her part is true. I don't
I
know.
don't
We
think
got
it's true. Now, when she first said, I kept saying, stop talking to me.
She did say that.
Now you can't tell your boss, your manager, your supervisor, whatever title they
Stop
have,
talking, right?
to
You
stop
can't.
talking to you when they're trying to tell you to do your job.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if she was touching her, that's something different, but I don't know if that's true.
I'm like you. If she was a person that kept touching this woman, you would have did something right then and there. Because why didn't you say, get your damn hands up off of me?
Yeah.
You
Like
get
I
what I'm
say,
saying?
if this woman is saying that this woman was putting her hands on her in that moment, it would be totally understandable for her to snap or to fight in that moment, right? But not all of this happened. Because see, once you left, you had time to think about this thing. And I know, and the thing about it is when she left, she probably got angrier or madder, which is why she went back. But my thing is that's premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
People can understand if you saying, "Hey, this woman, put her hands on me, this, and that, and the third, and I was mad or whatever, whatever." But you left. You was sent. You didn't fight her in the moment.
You left,
You,
and second of all, you went live on social media talking about it.
mm-hmm,
After
mm-hmm.
that, you went back and did what you did.
And you was conscious of what you was doing because you tried to hide your identity. Let's be clear. We can't forget that.
Did she put a mask on her wig? Because
They
I'm
said
quite
she. They
sure.
say I don't know what. I gotta find it, but they said she tried to hide her face in some kind of way.
But
Hey,
that orange
Excellency.
wig would have told it all.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Yeah, but they said she tried to hide her face. She tried to hide her face.
Mm.
All right, let's listen.
What I'm saying, like, I don't know which way to go with this shit because we really just don't know. You feel me? But
Them
yeah, if
employees
you if
know.
you've
Them
been told
employees
to leave
know.
someone alone multiple times on multiple occasions and you put your hands on them and shit like that, they gonna mess around and do something to your ass. Let's get back into it.
So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next. Because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that.
Oh yeah,
Without a doubt.
she shouldn't have done that.
Now this is
Like,
another.
yeah, you could have booked me again. You would never see me again. I never come back to that fucking house. So you can book me if you want to. I would not press accept. So I ain't doing it.
Okay, so a lot of these situations that she's speaking about right here is basically just all over the damn place. You feel me? So don't think it's pertaining directly to the young lady who lost her life. This is like just showing her mental state and shit like that. And I know some people they see it, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, but a lot of people haven't seen certain things. So, if you don't want to see her mental state and shit like that, we'll holler at you later. But for those who actually want to get a full understanding on where she was at and shit like that, these videos right here kind of help you out. You feel me? Let's get back into it.
It's smells from your house. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. If your house is filthy, and I know you're telling me you gotta have surgery soon or whatever, but it's still an excuse why you can't clean piss off control it. Like the shit pissed me off.
So this is another live she's doing driving, y'all. And I'm sure y'all done seen how erratic like her lives are, I guess, because people's getting them. But this is her in another rant driving, and she's talking about somebody's dirty house. Hold on.
Appointments know that these adults don't have clean their houses, but these be the main people that be trying to think they running something, thinking they boss people around, acting like they boss everybody. Well, what's going on with your houses? So why your house look filthy like this? What's up with that? Because I'm mad now. I'm heated. But just because I get paid and stuff to clean houses, that means that like I'm a fan of you people. No, people are a disgrace. You people are a disgrace. Your house is a mess. How do you live with yourself? Why do you sell Barbies? Barbies are magical, beautiful, and clean. What you selling Barbies for? Have a bunch of Barbies and shit. Your house don't look like a Barbie house. What's up with that? is disgusting. Especially when I go to houses and people be sitting on their sofa just chilling and shit, watching TV and talking.
Okay, so apparently she cleaned houses as well. Now I don't know when, I don't know how how old this video is, but she's ranting about people's people's houses that she cleaned. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 minute.
I think anybody trying to tell this woman anything, she takes this as someone's trying to boss her around, tell her what to do. That's crazy. It's her mental state. Some people you can't say nothing to. I mean, me telling you to do your job is not me bossing you around. It's me doing my job to make sure you do your job. But yeah, she's going away for life. I don't think she's gonna get out at all. And if they do happen to give her parole, is she gonna be so damn old she wouldn't be able to know how to live out here in society anymore? Unfortunately, she gonna die in prison.
It's pretty sad. She's really young.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Let's see. So yeah, she's renting. I guess like I say, she cleans houses or cleaned houses, and she's ranting about the people's houses because they're nasty and yeah.
About a bunch of nothing. What got time to clean your house? Ain't no excuse, you just being lazy. Yeah, some people really can't, but some people can. Because there's been houses I've been to that people clean their own house, they're just being lazy. No, I ain't made, and you'll never see me again. Bitch, get off my. Just because I open Candyland doesn't mean I ain't slick. I give out tricks, but I still have to do tricks.
Oh wait a minute, she done turned into a whole nother person. She flipped. She turned into a whole nother person right before our eyes. I gotta see this plays, y'all. Hold on. This
It's
ain't
like
funny.
she's possessed, man.
Yeah, this ain't funny, but it's funny. The girl just flipped. She tossed her head. Wait a minute, hold on. God damn it. This has to play. Like this has to play.
This part was scary.
Filthy. And I know you're telling me you gotta have surgery soon or whatever, but it's still an excuse why you can't clean, piss off, control it. Like that shit pissed me off. It's a disappointment to know that adults don't know how to clean their houses, but these be the main people that be trying to think they're running something.
Damn it. Hold on. Mm. Hold on, y'all.
Because I get paid and stuff.
Okay, it's like it's just hold on. I get a play and then it'll stop. I don't understand. It's pissing me the fuck off. Hold on.
That means there's you people are disgrace. Why you so
Hey Queen. Welcome to the chat.
Did you get what I sent you?
I'm sure I did. I hadn't checked because I'm frustrated. I want this visual to play. You sent a whole lot of stuff. This is ridiculous. I want these people to see how this girl she flipped. She turned into like a whole nother person while driving her car. Like, I think it's coming out.
It was like The Exorcist, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Did you see it when she kind of like tossed her head a little bit back and forth, and then she just flipped like she turned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you mean to tell me what kind of family members do she have? Like, I want to know if this girl ever got help. Has she been diagnosed? Because it's clearly, and this is me just not starting to watch this stuff. There's clearly something wrong.
It makes me wonder what type of child she was or student when she was in school. It's like she got multiple personalities.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They said her father was a very strict Muslim.
It don't matter, Muslim or whatever. A lot of people
dress,
grow up with very strict parents. That's not an excuse.
made her dress like he wanted her to, kept her locked up in her room. I'm not giving her excuses. I'm just telling you.
He's giving a history. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Her father allegedly abused her, and she was out, and she was an outcast.
If you look at her and say to yourself, there's no possible way that her father was Muslim. Just look at the way she dresses, the wigs, the makeup. She's into cosplay, all the stuff that ain't a damn way her strict Muslim father would allow that. No way.
Her father allegedly abused her. Okay. Yes, childhood does affect. Oh, we all know that. That's we all know that. It will fuck your childhood, and how your childhood is can fuck up the rest of your life. And that's why I say is when everybody may go through something as children, but as grown adults we should all seek help. That's my thing about it. Like, I'm not the one to sit here and say that parents can't fuck up. Like, they can't. Like, childhoods can be fucked up. They really can.
But my thing is, once you become an adult, how long is it acceptable for you to continue to blame your parents in your childhood, and you're a big ass grown man or woman now? Come on, when do you step up and take accountability and get yourself help? You can't always blame your past.
Right.
That's just me personally.
Right.
No one here has had a perfect childhood.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't continue in your adult life. Well, it's because when I was 6, this happened.
I'm telling you, when you standing your ass in front of a judge, unless your childhood was to such as, now don't get it twisted, there are extenuating circumstances where an adult that's standing before a judge, their childhood actually like directly contributed to something they may have done. But I'm just speaking about, normal trauma. Well, trauma's not normal, but traumas that we experience, as far as our parents may have been abusive, or I was abused, or, because like I say, as adults, we should all, and we all know that everybody don't seek help. But I'm telling you, you got a 1% chance to be able to stand in front of a judge and say, look, I did this because of my childhood, and get away with it. I mean, you got to have a hardcore case that whatever it was you experienced in childhood contributed to what you did in that moment. Like, I used to tell my kids, you're not going to be able to stand in front of a judge and say, oh, I did this because my mama whooped my ass, so my daddy whooped my ass. Like,
right.
Oh, my daddy
Basically,
was
what I'm
strict.
saying is, what happened to you in your childhood in your adult life does not justify your behavior on how you treat other people or react to other people's actions to you.
Right, especially once you can acknowledge that
Exactly.
you have a problem, and you got to try to figure out what that problem. This girl has a history, so being as though
Mm-hmm.
she has a history, there were signs there that look, maybe I should seek a little help. That's what I'm saying. Did she have any family or anybody in her life that cared enough to maybe try to get her help or help her get help or mention to her that she needs some help? I mean, I just
And
I don't
if
know.
somebody did step up and tell her, did she take heed to it?
That's
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 another
another
question.
thing.
Did she take heed to what someone was trying to tell her? Because evidently she don't
Right.
like nobody telling her what to do, because she views it as you bossing her around.
Going back to her
Y'all
father.
make sure y'all continue to drop Carlos's link in the chat for me, please, and thank you. Y'all go check him out. Y'all know that's my dude. What you say, D True?
Going back to her father. Her father controlled every aspect of her life. Now, you mentioned something about it's no excuse. Well, the Menendez brothers are hoping that past
Now
actions
that's
that
a very
happened.
good case. That's a very good case of children using their childhood as a reason for. But the truth, like, it's a difference. It's a huge difference. Let me tell you why. Those boys felt as though they were unaliving directly the person that caused them trauma. So
Their
that's
abuser.
different. Yeah, the
Yes.
abuser. That's different than this
Yes.
woman going out abusing other people because of what your daddy did,
Same thing
and killing other people because of what
with
your daddy did.
same thing with abused women. When they decide to take care of their abuser for the last time, same thing. Same goes back to the traumas that were inflicted on them, and they had enough. But because I think there's more mental issues with this woman.
Yeah, because I will say this though, if her dad abused her, let's just say, if her dad abused her, I promise you, I can guarantee she has issues with people putting their hands on her. Now I
And
can give her that.
authority,
Mm-hmm.
authority,
Yeah, and
authority in
authority.
general.
The whole when a child that was abused to a certain extent, like they are very territorial. You're not gonna walk up on them. You're not gonna put your hand. They traumatized. It's a trauma. So if it's true that this lady was putting her hands on her, that could have triggered her. But still, like I said, it wasn't done in the moment. She still had time enough, even though she may be a traumatized or an abused young woman. She still had time enough to leave and think about what she was going to do.
Well, here's the problem with that. If she's trying to say that the mental abuse or physical abuse of her father contributed to all of this, well, how do you prove any of that? Could you get maybe her
How do you
sister's?
prove it? Maybe they can go by her history. Maybe they can go by maybe her school when because she ain't been too long got out of school. I mean, she could have. It's ways to do it, but let me tell you something. You ain't gonna be able to do it with no public defender.
Well, you ain't, but you can't just do it on your hearsay either. You can't just say, "Well,
No.
my
Y'all keep
father
talking.
abused me." You can't just say, "My father abused me. My father did this. My father did that." There has to be some kind of proof. If
Mm-hmm.
that was the case, everybody would say it. Well, I did it because my cousin, stuck cucumbers in me. I don't know, but that's your word. Can we prove that any of that happened? Is there a hospital visit? Is there medical records? Is there other children to testify that yes, he was very abusive, very mentally and physically? You're going to need that. You can't just go because somebody said something.
Right.
If that was the
It,
case,
it, it,
everybody and their mother
it
would get
will
on there
have
with
to
a
be
sob story.
documented to even
Yes. And the
be
first thing,
considered.
when a woman cries abuse, my husband abused me. Well, ma'am, did you ever call the police? No. Did you ever go to the hospital for any reason? Because again, a woman can go to the hospital for many different reasons and times and give all kinds of excuse. They can look at all of that and say, yeah, you're right. This is not adding up what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there has to be something, physical evidence, even or testimony that could corroborate your story. Because then, like I said, everybody and their mother would say, well, you know, I did it because I was abused. Okay. So that's everybody's story now?
Right. That's what I'm saying. When you acknowledge, well, a lot of people don't feel like they have an issue, so they're not going to seek help. So they're just going to be out here all wilding out. You get what I'm saying?
But if you look at her, she definitely, when she was in high school, she definitely had the grunge look. Because I sent Truth the video of, I guess it's a talent show at her high school, and she was out there in some grunge looking clothes, you know, and rapping with a hat on and some dark clothing and baggy clothing. So she definitely had a grunge kind of look. But again, that's why there's psychologists in schools now. That's why they put psychologists in schools, so that they can evaluate. They can look for the little subtle hints that things are happening. They even train teachers now to notice the subtle.
I can.
You know, just if a teacher can notice the subtle hints and then make an inquiry. You're not, you know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. But if you're right, you just saved this child.
Mm-hmm.
And there's many symbols that are symptoms that teachers look at. Failing grades, a smart student all just overnight turns dumb.
That's if you come across teachers that care. There are so many kids that are overlooked. You're not going to tell me that
they wouldn't be there if they didn't care. They wouldn't take that little bit of money. Teachers care, but are they overwhelmed?
No. I disagree. All teachers do not care. They don't. I'm sorry, they don't. They're just there to get paid.
I do agree. I do agree that they're overwhelmed, though. I do agree with that.
Yes.
They could be a little overwhelmed.
They are, but who's going to teach for 20 years for that little money and not care? They may not care about every single kid because every single bunch of them are assholes.
So you've never met a teacher that just really didn't give a damn.
Let me tell you something. He didn't care about the assholes, but they do have certain children that they care about. They wouldn't be
okay. Now, when you say certain children, that I will agree with you.
Why would I care about the assholes? I wouldn't care if the assholes trip down the stairs, break their neck. I wouldn't care.
But you're trained, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And you're trained to see these little things. But you're trained to see them. A child doesn't go just from smart to dumb. Something's happened. A child doesn't go from turning in their homework every single day to not even turning anything in. Something has happened to cause that.
You got me over looking over the assholes to teachers here, and they got education on spotting certain things. So why are kids assholes? Something
I don't think kids are assholes. I don't think kids are assholes. I think kids maybe have raised. Because you can teach a kid to you know, you have to train them. You have to teach them. You have to nurture them. You have to do all that. I mean, there's some kids, I agree. Now, it's some bad, don't get it twisted. It's some badass kids in these schools.
Right.
I'm telling you, there are some bad, but see, once again, it goes back to the household. It goes back to whether they're being raised properly. It goes back to whether or not the parent care enough, and especially if the parent is contacting and say, look, your child is acting such and such and such in school. You got some parents that just don't give a damn. Hell, they send the children to school to get rid of, to get them away from them. You know what I'm saying? But kids are not born to be assholes. They're not born assholes. That I don't agree. Now, like I said, there are some bad kids in school, but like I say, it goes back. It always goes back to the home.
And you got to realize some of these kids are raising themselves.
Absolutely. Or the siblings are raising them.
They out here trying to survive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And those are the ones that are overlooked and kicked to the side.
Yeah, because of their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Once, and that's why schools shouldn't deem kids as being like trouble. I think they tag them
Right.
something like trouble, something like that. But that once they get tagged, then it's pretty much a done data. Because now, listen, to the truth, what the truth said. Well, there are teachers that actually care. There are teachers that even actually care about the trouble kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I've seen the best and I've seen the worst, and I've seen the in between. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you're blessed, if your child is a problem, that's what it is. Problem child. That's what they call them. Even if your child is a problem child, sometimes you may be blessed to get a teacher that actually care and will take that extra. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends on the situation. It all depends on the situation and the child and the teacher.
Stand by me, Joe Clark. Joe Clark.
Not Joe Clark. Oh my god. Y'all, my stuff is acting up, but I'm still gonna continue this. I wanna at least get through this one with Carlos because he has another one which is longer. So let me play the audio now. And I wanted to, damn it, man. I hate this. I think I'm gonna have to start going earlier with this.
Because you wanted to see her turn into the exorcist.
Yes, she flipped Funberry. Absolutely flipped. Okay. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start going early with this, like 8 o'clock. Teaching is the only job I ever had that didn't feel like work. It didn't pay enough, so a year I left it. Oh wow. Assholes are not
And that's
born.
sad because teachers are important.
Very.
You know what I'm saying?
But I got to
They
say,
just don't.
I got to say, thinking about when I was in school, thinking about when my kids were in school, and thinking about now with my grandbabies in school, I'm gonna just say that the educational system has gone to hell in the hand, basically.
I'm gonna tell you.
Compared to
Yeah,
compared to when I was in school, I'm just saying,
I'm gonna tell
children don't
you.
even have, they don't even bring books home no more. It's more technology based, but it's less of what we had when we was in school. Like it's different. It's totally different.
Well, my experience. I experienced some teachers that were uh racist.
Of course.
Um, I was in the era to where when they started what they call busing,
Oh, okay, yeah.
integrating.
Damn, you old.
So yeah. So no, all teachers are not. All teachers don't give a fuck.
Okay, how many students did you have? How many students did you have in your class, Fawn?
In my graduating class?
No, in your classroom itself.
Where are we going with this? Because I ain't got halfway through the
What does
video.
that have to do with anything?
How many students were in the classroom with you? 20, 30?
Probably about 20, 25.
Okay. Today, classes consist of 30 and upward.
Okay, what does that have to do with what I just said?
But how is one teacher supposed to effectively teach 40 children when 15 of them don't give a fuck and don't want to be there and are disruptive? That's the problem. You can't teach.
But I didn't say anything about teaching. I said in my experience, I came across some teachers that were racist. What does that have to do with
because
teaching?
you're talking about, I mean, you had like a one-room schoolhouse, but I'm just saying, back then it was different. You're teaching 20 kids. Now these teachers got to teach 40 kids and upward. It's
Okay, I
ridiculous.
get that part, but what does that?
It's got nothing to do with you riding the whatever the old ass bus to school. It ain't got nothing to do with that. What I'm saying is, in today's society, because the truth just said, teaching school now is totally different from when y'all went to school. Totally different. It is. Now technology is helping a little bit with that, with the teaching aspect of having so many kids. But again, now you got a teacher, maybe one aide if you're lucky. In the younger classes, when it comes to high school, you got 20, 30 kids, 40 kids in a classroom with one teacher. They're actually teaching like college in high school. Lectures. And they don't want to pay these teachers. They definitely don't want to pay these teachers. And they don't want to pay them because they don't really care if someone gets an education or not. So go ahead. I know you. I could just smell you fuming over there. Go ahead. Say it. Fawn.
Child, I'm praying that this damn thing pray. I'm playing.
Why would I be fuming?
Let's see, y'all. Nope, ain't playing. Damn it, man.
But just play her screaming. Just play her screaming. It's enough. And everyone
I know.
remember the other screaming video.
Oh, wait a minute. See, when I stop it, when I hit play, it don't play. When I stop it, it start. I ain't doing this.
Go ahead, play. Right.
What?
Go ahead and play. Let her scream. I want to. They'll get it with the screaming part.
Okay. All right. Listen. Bluetooth cut off. Hold
on. Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected. What? Got time to clean your house? Ain't no excuse. You just been lazy. Yeah, some people really can't, but some people can. Because there's been houses I've been to that people clean their own house. They just been lazy. No, thank you, me, and you'll never see me again. Bitch, get off my. Just because I open Candyland doesn't mean I ain't slick. I give out chicks, but I still have a few chicks up my sleeve. I got this bitch, suck my dick.
My God.
Put your tongue back in your mouth before you take a lick. We close the Candyland. Bitch swallow her gum. First person got sick.
Yeah, she done turned into a whole nother person.
Yeah, y'all thought y'all changed me, but I'm still your prick. Thought y'all changed me, but I still piss y'all off more than my cum from my dick. I'm still ghetto slum, and I'm still ghetto slum like a mellow bum. I'm wavy like jello, man. Still shady like palm trees in the Bahamas. I'm still.
Yeah.
She's rapping.
That ain't rapping, Detroit.
She's rapping. Listen to the song that everybody is playing. They took the song off of her page and put music to it and are playing it all over the internet.
They made it a rap thing.
Yeah. Well, but if you listen to her, but okay, I sent you her in high school at the talent show. Doesn't sound far off from this.
Number one, come to your teacher. Y'all class clowns are done. On my way. I'm about to take a break and then I gotta go clean the other house.
She done turn back. Listen. Let me tell you something. Hold on, bro. See, I ain't gonna come back with this unless I have my visuals fixed, because y'all got to see this. Now he's playing a video, right, of This the screaming video that you saw, Fun Bear. This woman, listen, I don't know much about this, and when I get off of here, I'm gonna spend time researching this. What I'm looking at right now with her screaming, hollering and screaming at somebody who's not there, hollering and screaming, talking about leave me alone, leave me alone. She was molested. I'm telling
She got
y'all.
a whole lot of going on in that mind of hers.
Listen, she's hollering out to somebody who's listen. Okay, hold on. Let me play this. She said, I don't want to have sex with you, but she's not even looking at the camera. She's looking away to somebody who's not even there. She's going through a moment, y'all. I'm telling y'all. All this stuff gonna come out. This girl is traumatized. People want to say, oh, she crazy, she crazy, she crazy. Okay, what made her crazy? What made her crazy? I'm sitting here looking at this. This girl is hollering at somebody who's not there. She's in the moment of being abused, y'all. Listen.
He always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, you know, sometimes he would give me.
Y'all click on that link, Carlos King. Click on his link and go over there and check this video out so y'all can see the visuals.
Something to eat or something. If I didn't make anyone on Instacart, I did that. But I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me sometimes. I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now like after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling me he think I use him. Dismissing everything that I do for him and did for him. Dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he's been going through for a long time and nobody can help him. But me, I helped him get through it. And I cook, and you know, I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work. But you know, I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in the car. And he feels like I owe him sex, and now he's mad and crying and trying to make me feel guilty. I need to just calm down. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known.
We begin tonight with an emotional vigil in memory of a beloved mother of 6 gone too soon. Family and friends gathered with heavy hearts to remember her as the wheels of justice start to turn against the co-worker accused of stabbing her to death at McDonald's. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Duffy. 7 News Detroit's Demetrius Sanders reports from East Point, where he spoke to her grieving loved ones and the restaurant owner at a balloon release.
Okay, so you know they're gonna break down how she was as a person and things like that right here, and also immediately after this, you will see the court hearing where the young lady was, you know, given the $25 million bond. They talked about certain things and stuff like that too. Now, I didn't watch the full thing, but I watched the majority of it, so I'm not gonna sit here and just, you know, rerun it down to y'all. I'm gonna let y'all watch it. We're gonna talk about everything in the comment section. If any more updates come out about this, I'll bring it to y'all. We're gonna talk about it over here on the channel. But ultimately, like I said before, I'm not picking a side right now because we really just don't know. But nobody deserves to lose their life in a situation like this. But also, nobody deserves to be bullied as well if that was the case. Ultimately, you know, justice will be served.
There was a guy in the house that called her phone and she told him to leave her alone. And he said that she kept ignoring him and she wanted to rant about him trying to make her have sex.
The best of disability, I guess. You know, the justice system is crazy as hell, but ultimately, you know, I just want to send my condolences out to the family, especially her children and things like that. But ultimately,
I understand what was happening in the moment as far as the whole guy wanting her to have sex. What I'm saying is that wasn't okay. I understand what was happening in the moment as far as the guy wanting her to have sex. You got to think about it. First of all, is a reason why the woman don't want to have sex with the guy. All right, it's the reason why. All right. Second of all, when a woman tells a man she don't want to have sex with him, that's it. I don't want to have sex with you. You get mad. Okay, you just mad. It is what it is. They don't act like this. But they don't act like this. When that woman was sitting there, and if I got to do clips where y'all can see these visuals in my next live stream, I will. What she was experiencing, and what I'm saying, heathen, is I get what was happening in the moment, but it was a trigger. Him continuously asking her for sex, or maybe in her brain, on her mind, thinking or feeling as he's trying to force her to have sex, it triggered her. It triggered something that she has gone through before. That's not normal. You could be sitting in front of me, and there wasn't nobody in front of her. You could be sitting in front of me and ask me to have sex. I tell you no, you get mad. Fuck it, you just mad. You gonna leave. I'm not finna then go into all of this right here, what she just did. Hollering and screaming and yelling at you who is not there anymore that I want to have sex with you, da 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 da. It's all mental. And I know, like I said, people don't put that crazy stamp on them and they don't want to dive deep into what may have been going on with this young lady. But I'm telling you, it's deep. I'm looking at, listen, it's deep.
Yeah, I see what I have to say. Let me know your thoughts on the opinions. We're going to talk in the comment section.
Few of the words used to describe 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, also known as JAMA, as the community and her family continues to honor her life. Monday evening, the McDonald's location at 9 Mile and Schroeder Avenue in East Point was packed as dozens paid tribute to Jennifer JAMA Harris.
She just loved everybody. She didn't have no problem with nobody and stuff. And she was there for everybody who needed help.
Harris, a mother of 6 and a manager at the McDonald's, died the morning of July 10th. Authorities say Harris and an employee, 26-year-old Afeni Muhammad, allegedly had a dispute which led to Muhammad being sent home. Muhammad is accused of then returning to the restaurant with a knife to Harris multiple times. The suspect now faces a first-degree charge.
It's like I'm driving. I don't even know where I'm going half the time. I get lost every time just thinking about what happened to her and stuff. It's not really fair. We need her back, but we can't have her back.
Before the community released balloons as part of their way of honoring Harris, those close to her shared memories. The owner of the East Point McDonald's says she worked with the company for 15 years, and the crowd on hand was indicative of how many lives she touched.
She was more than a manager here. She was family. She was the steady, caring presence who made this restaurant feel like home for so many people.
We also heard from some of Harris's children, one of her daughters sharing she was blessed to have her as a mother and she will be sorely missed.
I just gotta be strong and just think, this is what my mama will want me to do. This is what my mama will want me to do. My mama will want me to be here for my siblings.
Father God, we thank you for the life of Jennifer Harris, and we tell you to fly high in Jesus' name.
To support her children moving forward, Harris's church, Divine Restoration Ministries, has worked with the family to create the Jennifer Harris Legacy Fund. Harris's mother says any support is appreciated, and she is disappointed with fraudulent fundraisers that have been circulating online.
Let her rest in peace. We're doing all this dumb stuff with her because she was a nice person.
If you'd like to donate to the Jennifer Harris Legacy Fund, we have a link at WXYZ.com. The owner of the East Point McDonald's has also told us that he will cover funeral costs. In East Point, Demetria Sanders, 7 News Detroit.
Dr. Showers, please approach for the swear to.
Okay, so what you finna listen to right now, y'all, is the arraignment. We finna listen to the arraignment. I'm gonna give y'all a visual. But yeah, this is the arraignment.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information being provided is true and accurate to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, subject to penalties of perjury?
I do.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afeni Muhammad, please set forth a factual basis for the warrant request.
Yeah, sure. On 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afeni Muhammad, McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris, multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to this, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and have Harris with a knife.
Did y'all
She
hear
had it
that? Now
inside her
y'all may
vehicle.
hear
When
y'all
Muhammad
may hear
returned,
times when
Harris
it bleeps out. Y'all may hear times when it bleeps out. That's because Carlos he edits and he don't allow certain words to be said like stab, murder, kill, all that, and you just have to catch it. But he just said, and I'm gonna back it up a little bit. He just said that the woman admitted on the scene that she meant to do what she did. Did y'all hear that part? This is the officer. I don't know if he's the arresting officer, but he's testifying at her arraignment. But he just said that the woman, and then too, she was still there, y'all. She didn't leave. She didn't leave, and he said that she admitted on scene that she meant to do it. She went home and came back later with the knife.
I think she was still there because the customer.
Somebody shot up in there, I think.
Huh?
I think I heard that somebody at the drive-through shot up in there to make her stop, and I think then one of those.
Well, he shot in the air. Hopefully.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he, I think he got a hold of her and held her until police got there at gunpoint.
Okay. I just want y'all listen to the part where he said she admitted it.
Prior to this, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties.
Hold on, let me back it up just a little bit more. Damn, too far, Ted, too far.
Harris for not performing her work duties.
Wait a minute.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information being provided is true and accurate to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, subject to penalties of perjury?
I do.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afani Muhammad, please set forth the factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afani Muhammad, McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris, multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to this, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and have Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after but was stopped by an armed customer.
And the requested charges are in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Calling file number 25354, People versus Afani Badu Muhammad. Council appearances for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sean Hayes, on behalf of the people.
Thank you very much, John. Please, this honorable court, man, Muhammad, who does appear to be issued.
Your name, please, ma'am?
Afani Muhammad.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of, or in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to hear not guilty plea. That is matter sexual probable cause conference in the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights as well as the charges against her and potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Is she saying
I will appoint an
anything?
attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July 30th, 2025 at 1 p.m. As to bond, Mr. Licata.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Just briefly, my client is 26 years old of Great City at this point. My client is a high school graduate. In fact, is actually taking and was taking some online classes for college for physical therapy degree. Your Honor, there are some.
This is her attorney. This is defense attorney, and I'm assuming he's trying to. What do you think? He's trying to get her bail? What is he pleading for? Like bail?
Yeah, he's pleading for them to reduce the bail because saying she's going to school and she's a high school graduate. She's going to school. I don't foresee any problems with her. I don't think we should interrupt her school. He's trying to lay out why they should lower the bond for her. I mean, of course, every defense attorney is going to go for remand. You know, he has to start.
No, you mean every prosecutor is going to go for remand.
No, okay, yeah. Every defense attorney is going to be like to be released on your own reconnaissance.
Lower the bond.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there should be any bond, Your Honor. Well, we're a little far between there. 25 million, no bond. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work for me. So again, he's doing the $25 million bond because of the heinous crime she committed.
I agree. I mean, listen, my thing is, if you said her bond at 25 million, you should have just said no bond, period, because she's not gonna make it.
You can't do that. You have to.
I guess not, but hey, keep talking the truth. I'm gonna give me another water.
Yeah, but if you remand somebody with no bond possible, you have to go and show why this person should be remanded. Is he a flight risk? Is he a risk to the rest of the community? And again, is she a risk to the community? This is a one-time event, or maybe two-time event. It happened, and they're giving reason on why it happened. So to remand her, then they would turn around and say you're only doing it because of this or that. So there's a lot of reasons why, and of course it's his job to get his client the least bail possible so she can get out. He could have made that bond $10,000. He could have made that bond. She still wouldn't be out. She still would not be out. But I do believe that her defense attorney is doing her injustice by not asking the court to send her to a mental hospital to be evaluated. Maybe that's coming, because I'm gonna tell you right now.
All I heard was you said evaluated. Do you think they're gonna have her evaluated before?
Most definitely, yeah. The competency hearing is next.
Hi, Trey.
And she did answer. The judge asked her, "Do you understand the charges against you?" And she said yes. The only word she said was yes. And then she said, do you want a court-appointed attorney? And she said yes. And that was pretty much it. Now, his job, because remember, the lawyer that's representing her right now is not the lawyer that's going to represent her.
Absolutely not. He's sitting there like he just got the case. He don't know what the
hell he did, because let me tell you something. The worst thing is to be sitting in the court and a judge look up and go, you're a lawyer. Come here. You're going to represent this person right now. So because again, the judge does not want to stop the proceedings. And if there's no lawyer present for her, he can't go forward. But if he can get somebody to step up there and be her lawyer for 10 minutes, he can proceed on to where he wants to go. So he basically is like, well, I did talk to her and we spoke about it. She understands the charges against her. Okay, we can go forward now. All right, let me stick this bail on your ass and be done with it. And go ahead. The number one job of a public defender is to enter a plea. That's it. They don't want to go to court and fight for you. They just want to try to get you a good deal. And most of the deals they get are shitty. They're crap. They're just whatever they threw out there. Well, I think you should take this deal. Why? Because he doesn't want to take your case.
We can go. That could be a whole nother live stream. We're talking about public defenders, but hey, True Trey was calling you. I talked to Trey about that on my other channel, which we don't discuss those things on this channel. But I will say this: You did not have an urgent question, sir. I watched the replay. I watched the replay. You was on that fuck shit. And I don't know why you didn't know why I was out for 2 days. You don't pay attention. You don't listen. You don't remember nothing. And you should have known why I didn't answer my phone to be on your live stream. Now, we're not going to do this, Trey. When I get out this phone, I will be calling your ass to cuss you out. Good to know that you're awake. Because earlier when I thought to call you, curse you out, I gave you the courtesy of thinking that you could have still been asleep. But see, once I get out this live, I will be giving you a call, sir, and you might as well answer the fucking phone. Because I'm sick of you and your slacking and you just, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, Trey. Okay? Now, you did not call me with an urgent question. You call me on that fuck shit with that damn Eat with Q in that Chelsea. And I'll talk to you later. Now, back to the issue at hand. So yeah, let's listen.
Very facts in this particular matter, but there are facts that haven't been brought out yet, and my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case. She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical.
Y'all heard that? He's throwing it out there. He said she was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only physical but mental. Okay? He's setting the groundwork. My thing is, she ain't killed her abuser. So Billy Bob sitting up here looking like he just ate lunch and he full of damn food, sitting up here. She didn't kill her abuser. She killed somebody else. So what they got to do with what?
And she didn't kill a person that resembles her abuser.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's not gonna hold up in court.
E. Brooks, that statement you just made really irked my soul. It really did. I'm gonna be so honest with you. You and Trey not knowing why I've been talking about that shit the whole week. I've been telling, so that means y'all ain't been paying attention. I told y'all the whole. Am I not right, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
I know you know what July, the month of July is, but my thing is, I have been announcing the whole week that I was gonna be off Sunday and Monday. I'm not getting that you. I know y'all on vacation. I get it. I get it. But for y'all not to know, you know what? Push it back.
Alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from, and her prior record. Your Honor, my client is a helpful person. She's a giving person. She's actually is credited with saving a life because of a 60-year-old who had skin cancer.
Sue, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. You ain't got grounds yet. When I call you, you will. Make sure you record my phone call. Okay? Make sure you play the clip.
Did he say alcohol abuse?
I missed it. Hold on, the truth. I'm glad you heard that.
I think he said alcohol.
Let me go back. I missed that. Okay.
Yes, and my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during.
Hold on. Let me back it up a little bit more. Damn, I be backing it up too much, y'all. But I don't like to miss stuff.
For college for physical therapy degree. Your Honor, there are some disturbing facts in this particular matter, but there are facts that haven't been brought out yet, and my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case. She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical. It involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from.
He said alcohol, be true. He absolutely said alcohol.
But did he say his alcohol issues or her alcohol? I couldn't.
What would his alcohol issue have to do with her case?
Because
I don't.
that's why he abused her. I don't know. He was an alcoholic and he beat her because he was an alcoholic. I don't
But
know.
D2, that's going to me, honestly. I'm gonna be listening, and this is not me being with no compassion or whatever. But listen, them bringing up her abuse that she suffered from a man, it may have something to do with how she reacted, but she did not react that way to that man. She killed an innocent woman. So why are we talking about his alcohol abuse or what made him abuse her? Now I'm the one that stated that I believe this woman suffered from some type of abuse because of the way she reacted. But listen, I would be more compassionate if she was had done it to him, not to this innocent woman. I mean, I get it. I get it. But
As
but
a
I think the
defense,
alcohol abuse. I think the alcohol abuse was her. The truth. I think it was her.
I'm leaning that way too. But I thought I heard him say something about alcohol was an issue in the relationship. I don't. I'm that.
With her,
That
I
yeah.
believe. I don't know,
But he said alcohol was an issue in the relationship, and then like it's hard to hear what he's saying because it's echoing as he's speaking. But I knew I heard alcohol was in there.
it's not echo, and it just sound like it. Well, it is an echo. It's like being in a huge room or something like that. I guess it's because it's on Zoom. It's like on Zoom. Like let me show y'all him sitting up there looking like he just had a big ass lunch.
He mad because God damn it, he saw me. That's what he said to himself. Damn it.
That's him down there at the bottom.
Record. Your Honor, my client is a helpful person. She's a giving person. She's actually is credited with saving a life because of a 60-year-old who had skin cancer. She may go to the doctor to find out that that's exactly what it was. That person was doing extremely well.
This man that went. He said she saved a life. He said she saved a life because a person that she knew had skin cancer, and if the woman hadn't told her to go to the doctor, she would have never known she had skin cancer. And so, yeah, so she saved a life, and the fact that she took a life shouldn't.
That's his job.
You see,
Hell,
man, you gonna have it out, man. You gonna have it out.
He needed to pull out. As a child, she had a paper route, and she gave all the people in the neighborhood all the news every single day. She's a good person, Your Honor.
I understand the facts that have been laid out today in the legal warrants, but at this time, Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider a bond in this matter is appropriate that my client can meet so that she could meet with her attorneys and compare her defense to this matter. Thank you.
Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it?
What did he say?
Didn't I say? He said. Well, after hearing this, Your Honor, I think you should think about an appropriate bond for my client so she can meet with her attorney.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Pursuant to court rule, the court is well within its authority to grant no bond involving any case involving.
The prosecutor is up there to the right, y'all. She's the one speaking right now.
In this case, we are requesting no bond. This defendant also provided within the court rules are certain factors for this court to consider when determining whether to grant any bond at all. And in this case, we're requesting no bond case. First of all, the court can consider whether or not this defendant is a threat to the community. She entered a public building with other individuals, other employees that were present. She produced a weapon that was a knife longer than 3 inches, and she the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times, eventually causing her death. There were other employees that were present at the time, some of which attempted to help the victim after this occurred. That alone is enough to show that there is a threat to the community. She then ran from the building to her vehicle, presumably with the intent to flee from the scene. She was stopped by a helpful bystander. You're also able to consider the likelihood of conviction in this case. Given the facts as laid out by Detective Showers and the information that the prosecutors have reviewed in order to charge this defendant, there is a very high likelihood of conviction. And then finally, the defendant does have a prior instance of at least one that I'm aware that involved.
Told y'all they were gonna bring it up, but the thing about it is, would it be brought up in trial, or would there even be a trial at this point?
That's what they're going to do. The judge has to decide whether her prior bad acts are admissible for the jury to hear. It doesn't matter what the judge hears. It doesn't matter what the people in the audience of this court hear. But is it okay for the jury to hear prior bad acts? Will it influence them into believing that this person is guilty without hearing the facts? See, when a jury goes in there, if I was to tell you that this man did this to 5 other people, would that influence you into prosecuting this person for the crime that we're sitting here for? So the prior bad act can't be admissible because it will sway the jury to believe that this person is guilty without the facts of the trial. I don't think they're gonna. The judge normally they don't allow, unless it's a pattern, unless they can prove that it's a pattern and it has something to do with this case.
Well, I say her stabbing another person absolutely has something to do with this damn case.
But will it influence the jury into believing that she's guilty on these charges?
All right.
Similar, obviously, to the stabbing that occurred in this case involving a knife. So given all of those factors, and given the fact that this court does have authority to give no bond to defendants charged, I am asking at this time for no bond in this case.
Thank you, counsel. The court has reviewed the charges and the circumstances surrounding this case. The defendant is facing various serious charges, including murder in the first degree, which is one of the most serious criminal offenses in our state, carrying penalties up to life without parole. Additionally, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent further underscores defendant's potential threat to public safety. Defendant has a prior criminal record out of Virginia for malicious wounding. It was actually felony malicious wounding that was reduced to unlawful bodily injury concerning that is what gives rise to the habitual second. Mm-hmm. And in determining bond, the court must look to the factors outlined in Michigan Court Rule 6.106. Number 1, the seriousness of the offense and the danger posed.
Welcome to the chat, Zero Cool.
The charges here involve a violent crime with a weapon, indicating a substantial risk to the public. The court finds there is a significant threat to public safety, and therefore the bond must reflect that risk. Number 2, the weight of the evidence against the defendant. While the evidence is not fully before us and the defendant is cloaked with the presumption of innocence, the nature of the charges along with the prior criminal history suggests that there is substantial evidence against the defendant. Defendant's criminal history: the defendant has a violent criminal past. The history supports the court's concern that the defendant may engage in further conduct if she is released. The defendant's ties to the community: while the defendant is relatively young at 26 years of age, there's no indication that she has any significant stabilizing ties to the community that would ensure her return for court appearances. Without these ties, the court is concerned about the likelihood of flight. Number 5, defendant's risk of fleeing or failing to appear. Due to the severity of the charges and habitual offender status, it makes the defendant a high risk for flight. The court finds that this factor weighs heavily in favor of a high bond amount. Substance abuse or mental treatment: although there are no reports at this time suggesting that the defendant suffers from mental health or substance abuse issues that would mitigate the risks posed by defendant's release, the court is, after considering all of these factors, going to be setting bond at $25 million cash surety only with conditions. If the defendant is able to meet those conditions, she must be on a GPS steel cuff tether. She is not to leave the state of Michigan. She is to report her address within 24 hours of, she must report any change of address within 24 hours. There would be stringent daily contact with community corrections as to her whereabouts. She also would be required to have alcohol and drug testing as condition of her release. There would be no contact with the family of the decedent. Any witnesses, she is not to return to McDonald's. And if she is unable to post the $25 million bond, she will remain in custody pending further proceedings. And that concludes this matter.
I don't think she's from. Is she from Michigan? Because her previous charge was in
Virginia.
Virginia. So she might be from Virginia. I don't know if she's actually from Michigan or if she was in Virginia, then she moved. And then my thing is, she only had in that other charge, she got 1 year's probation, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, so she wasn't on probation or anything, but I don't know if she's from Michigan. Because like I said, her other crime occurred in in Virginia.
We will see you back here, ma'am, on July 23rd at 1 o'clock for your probable cause conference. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much,
You're all set, ma'am.
Okay, I think that's it. Zero Kusa had former last name was McCoy. She changed her last name to Muhammad when her radical father changed here. How do you know that, Zero Kusa?
I saw the court documents that stated that she.
You saw them, but you didn't send them to me.
It was in a video. It was on the screen where she petitioned the court to change her name.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, let me find it.
Okay, I appreciate it. Oh wow.
What, to change her name back? The truth. Because he didn't finish his statement.
No, she actually changed her name from McCoy to Muhammad.
Right. I thought you were saying she was trying to change it back.
No, this is when she petitioned the court because I believe she was older at the time. And she petitioned the court to have her last name changed and birth certificate, all that, to be changed to Muhammad.
I did some research on her. I didn't want to speak to female without knowing about her. Oh, okay, I got you. I got to do mine too.
He's correct. I'm finding it right now.
Okay, thank you. All right, y'all. That's all we're going to cover today. I will be back tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna come a little earlier. Because I got to get off. I got to at 1:30. I got to take my grandboys to football practice. And I got to reschedule my other live because I think I set it for 2, and I might be a little later too. But anyway, so we're gonna get into this, y'all. And like I say, if y'all see anything that y'all think we need to talk about, y'all please stop this. Y'all please be sure to send it to me. My email is strolling. Oh, thank you, Zero Cool. I appreciate it. Now, I will warn you that I will. Fuck, keep it cute. Don't laugh at me. You know I'm trying to find the words, girl. I have to warn people and things like that. We crazy, like sometimes. Like we got good sense, all of us. But as you can tell, I just had a little episode, a few minutes ago. Don't think about that. Don't. It happens, okay? It happens, but we good people and things of that nature. And I like the fact that you did your research. So I ask you to please return. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And make sure you come back tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm coming on at between 8 and 9, y'all. I'm gonna try my best. Who laughing? Who over there laughing? Who laughing?
The clown.
The truth. I am no snowflake. I came from some wild areas of YouTube. Thanks for the warning, and I definitely speak on. Oh, okay. Well, good, great. You in the right place.
Wait, I'm the sanest one out of all of you.
Oh, stop it! Just stop. So listen, y'all, we gonna follow this one out. We got to ride to the wheels fall off. She got a hearing set for tomorrow, which we probably won't cover until the next day. Okay, but she does have another probable cause hearing coming up on the 23rd, which is tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into these her Instagram. We're gonna just talk about it, y'all. We're gonna dive in deep. I feel like this case is much deeper than her just being crazy. Since people want to put that crazy tag on her, I do feel like she has some mental issues, but I feel like those mental issues run deep. And the thing about it is, we as a society, we quick to tag somebody as being crazy, but a lot of times you gotta look at or explore what made that person become crazy. And I think sooner or later it's gonna come out, whatever happened to her. Now that guy, the judge, I mean not the judge, but the defense attorney, he did mention something about the abusive boyfriend. So we got to see what that's about. Okay. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Natasha. I'll be back in an hour or so for your fix on the T channel. I'll be back. Thank you, D Truth. D Truth, send me everything you got. I'm gonna spend the rest of.
To me,
I'm gonna
this
get
is an open and shut case, but I know it's everybody's right to, have a trial.
I actually got a couple of them in my watch later list. Zero Cool, Keep It Cute. Zero Cool said y'all got to see the videos from some of her former coworkers. They all confirming she is the problem as far as an employee. They all describe her as a cuckoo person. Now
Mhm.
I got the Taco Bell employee, and I was sent while I was on live another one from another person that worked with her. So people are speaking out as to her what history past, her
Her
pattern,
character, yeah.
yeah. Some of
Mhm.
these employees are speaking out because they upset that she took this young lady's life.
And like I said, in the young woman life that was
Thank you,
taken,
Edquist.
all you have to do is interview anybody that has ever worked with her, up
Mm-hmm.
under her, all of that. You get what I'm
Hell,
saying?
at
To
this
speak
point,
on her character.
I'm sure they interviewed the employees that was at that McDonald's and probably got more than they need.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure. But I want to know, listen, this is what I want to know, Funberry. I want to know if the woman actually put hands on him. That to me, it wouldn't change my mind on the fact
I don't think
that
so because I think that would have really set her off in that moment and she would have
in the
cleared that
moment,
moment.
yeah.
If that's a trigger for her, it would have set her off in that moment.
I feel the same way. Hey,
Because you
happy.
don't have to leave, think about it, and then come back. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
That's like, okay, if I'm in front of you and I punch you, you're gonna walk away, leave, go think about it, go live, and then come back and take her. Come on.
right. Well, I'm pretty sure as we talk about it, most stuff is gonna come out. So, like I say,
Yeah, she needs intense therapy. Um, and she probably do need to be evaluated, but she also they need to offer her or mandate her to get therapy.
oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
she needs therapy real bad.
All right, y'all. So listen, we're gonna end it here. I said these lives was gonna be 2 hours, but I'm thinking more of three now. And then two. Some days I might go longer if I can, in order for us to get caught up, because it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. So with that being said, I will be back on this channel tomorrow morning, y'all, early as I can. And yeah, thank you so much, Keep It Cute, for hitting the pound. I appreciate you, girl.
Thank you. See you all
Shout
later.
out to shout out to D Truth. Thank you, D Truth, so much for hitting the pound. I appreciate you too as well. Shout out to the chat. I thank y'all for supporting this channel. Y'all know I do. I love y'all. If you did hit the like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. If you're watching this live stream in the replay, make sure you hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. hit that bell so you'll be notified when I go back live. All right. See you in the funeral, Tasha. I'll be back, girl. Give me about an hour. I'll be back. Well, I'll change the time on the thing. I went a little over on this one, so I couldn't do what I needed to do before I take my boys to practice. But I will be back. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all later on the T channel. With one of the moms drop my T channel in the chat while we exit the building. Yeah, and until next time, listen, y'all be good. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful day. Enjoy your day at work or wherever. And yeah, thank y'all again for hitting the panel D Truth and keep it cute. I love y'all so much. All right, y'all. Until next time, listen, True Siblings and State Gang stand up. And we out. Y'all be good now. I don't even know what my outro is because this thing looks so different. Like, honestly, StreamYard doing the most. And I'm finna get rid of them. I'm sick of StreamYard. I don't even know. This is sad. So I'm going to just hit the end button. I can't even find my... Keep it cute. I can't find my outro. Later, boss. I love y'all. Y'all be safe, be blessed, no stress. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow on this channel.